I do not do a complete walkthrough on every homework assignment you're going to do, but I do like to get you started with the first one. So we're going to set up our computer for our Python programs, and we're going to create a new folder on our desktop, and we're going to call it Python. Now I'm going to call mine Python Spring 25. You are unlikely to take Python more than once, so you probably just need Python. Interesting. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, and you should have already installed Visual Studio Code. I'm going to open up Python. I'm going to open the folder I just created. I'm going to close the welcome screen. And here I have multiple ways to create a new file. File, new file. Here, just hit the file. And I'm going to call this one hello.py. .py is the extension that tells our IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment, that we are creating a Python file. And we'll typically start each Python file with a doc string that's self-documentation. And that's either 3 single quotes or 3 double quotes. And we will describe what the program is supposed to do. This one, the whole program's Hello World. But every program you write is required to have at least one comment. And if you were to use any outside sources, this is where you would link to the outside source and tell me how you used it. All of those links have to come in the top of the page. So if you're using ChatGPT, you'd link to the chat. If you're using, you don't have to link to anything in our book unless you're working ahead. But if you're using the W3 Schools Python to do something, again, it's anything we haven't taught you yet. If you're using the references that I've put in, it's no problem. But if you're working ahead, if you're using something I haven't taught you and you don't provide a reference to it, it's considered academic dishonesty in this class. So our program is actually just a simple, and this is considered to be a function. Functions have a name. The name is print, and they have values, objects, and it tells you here what we can have. We could have more than one, but we're going to put one, and it's a string, which just means it's a bunch of characters strung together, numbers, symbols, letters, spaces. Hello world. That is our standard first program for any programming language, and you run it here, and you'll see hello world shows up down here. Now you don't have to do the doc string comment, and it's called a doc string because you can actually create documentation for your program from them. You don't have to do that for this one, but you will in the future. And then you will simply hand in the Python file, which you will be able to find in the folder that you created.